material, so it's not good to transport it over very long distances. So that's what opens up the idea of what's referred to as bioregional.
And we have a lot of land too. There's a lot of land in the United States to grow. We have a great climate for it. And I want to get back to the car thing. Isn't it true that Henry Ford made a car out of mostly hemp?
Yeah, well, what he did is the car door panels. There's a video online back in the early 1940s. He produced a plastic car door panel, and there's a video of it that shows Henry Ford with an axe, like a 5-pound sledgehammer, and he's swinging at the car, and it's just bouncing off. That was technology from the 1940s. Henry Ford had that, and today, take a sledgehammer to a car and see how well it holds up to it. Now, there's lots of reasons why perhaps we don't have that. It's good for creating lots of jobs. You and I barely bump into one another, and you have to have auto body shop, do $3,000 worth of work. But that Henry Ford had that, and what was going on at that time period was what was called chemurgy. And what they did is they were taking chemistry. It's kind of like metallurgy. And what they wanted is Henry Ford's original #1 customer were farmers. And so Henry Ford figured, hey, they scratched my back, I want to scratch their back. And he wanted chemical inputs to not come from petroleum, but he wanted them to come from agriculture. And so what I found personally, and I put on the Global Hemp website almost 15 years ago, was if you take I think it's a $5 note from about 1912 or 1915, you'll find on the back of that note, on the left-hand side, there are guys working out in the field on horseback, and it looks like hemp that they're harvesting. And then on the right shows industry. And that was part of that chemurgy movement, was to have your raw materials come from the farm and be used in industry. Now, Henry Ford and Dow Chemical were both in that mindset. But then there was the other camp, and that was DuPont, which is a chemical company, and General Motors, which actually DuPont pretty much owned General Motors, and they were after using petroleum to produce all the different parts, including the fuel and everything else.
Right. And it's amazing synergy that can be done here in the United States, and we could have a part of that world market if we just put our minds to it. And I just want to put up a quick graphic that I made earlier today. And basically, it's a slogan for Texas, because I think Texas is definitely one of those places you could be growing hemp mainly year-round. It says grow hemp, grow Texas, and it's got the state of Texas right there in green. And I'm going to make a few bumper stickers and start putting them on politicians' cars, and maybe we can get that changed here in Texas and maybe turn it into a green state like it is on your map. Eric, tell us a little bit about Global Hemp. You guys sell a bunch of different hemp products. Tell us about it.
Yes, we do. Yeah, the Global Hemp started in 1996, and it started off as an educational website. There was a Global Hemp News that ran for several years. But then to basically follow through was to have the store, because in 1999, 2000, the Illinois legislation didn't go through. We were ready. We wanted to build a processing plant here in Illinois. But then the Global Hemp store has basically been what the company's been doing in the meantime. And there's all kinds of products. There's clothing products. We have our own line of Global Hemp cord, which is a type of twine. And then we have lots of food products, and body care products are two very popular categories. And the food products, the oil is high in omega-3, which is good for your heart. And the protein is very good. It's comparable to whey protein powder. And then there's the hemp hearts, which people love. You can sprinkle them on just about anything. And a lot of fantastic products, made out of hemp. And that's what we like to get behind the products and show them to people. And when people try them out, that they can actually see that, hey, these are the best of the best products.
And how much of these products do you have to import from out of the United States that aren't manufactured here?
All the food products are actually coming from Canada. They're grown in Canada and processed in Canada. All the clothing and the twine comes from China, just because Canada and the European Union don't grow textile-grade hemp fiber. And then the body care products are all from the United States.
Wow. So there's just... hemp just seems like a commodity that we could easily be producing here in the United States. It's time that we put away the torches and pitchforks and trying to stab hemp with the same thing that we go after regular marijuana with, medical marijuana, and it's time that I think we grow it here in the United States. And thank you for joining us, Eric Pollitt of globalhemp.com. We appreciate your fighting for this product and making it happen here in the United States.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
All right, that's it for our show. If you are at your computer right now watching this, if you're not watching this on your Roku box, you could go to the InfoWars store and check out the new magazine that we have. It is the InfoWars magazine. This is the volume 2, so we're in our second year, almost to our third. This edition, Death of the Internet. Pick it up. You can learn about all the reasons and all the ways that the government and the FCC are trying to ban communication, free communication via the internet, and they want to turn it into a highway, a toll road that is built for people like Walmart and Target and JCPenney and all the large corporations, and keep down the ideas from the little guy. So learn about all that in this month's issue of the InfoWars magazine. And also, if you are watching this on YouTube, please consider becoming a member of PrisonPlanet.tv. It helps fund everything we do here, send our reporters to Bilderberg. I'm going to be taking a trip pretty soon, going out to check out the iodine making process, which should be really informative, really interesting. So we're doing all this for you guys. Just a little bit in return. Please become a member. You can share your username and password with up to 11 people. Join us back here next time, 7 p.m. Central, for the InfoWars Nightly News. I'm your host, Rob Dew.